Welcome back, guys. NBA, free NBA bets. Sorry, it's been a long day. First set of games today is almost over with. The Lakers are finishing up, and I'm going to get this podcast out now for Wednesday's games. Let me see how many games are. I think there's like 9 games tomorrow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 games tomorrow. So, yeah, let's get through this. A lot to talk about. Let's not waste any time. Today has been really good so far. The Celtics swept for us, and then I missed on the under, but the Lakers split the first quarter and first half. Hopefully they finish out. They're looking good right now against the Timberwolves, and it'll be a really nice opening night to the NBA. It'll be probably like plus 7 units, so that's really good. But let's get into Wednesday's games right now. Indiana and Detroit. And let me pull up the odds really quick. NBA score and odds. Okay. So, yeah, it is. Sorry, guys. I'm pulling up the thing right now. Okay, tomorrow's games. All right, here we go. We're ready to go. All right, I got -4.5 for the Indiana Pacers. And I think this line's too short. I'm probably going to bet this as soon as this podcast is over with because everyone for the Pacers is pretty much healthy. The Pistons, I like the hire of Bickerstaff. I think that's a really good head coach move. So I feel like Detroit, as far as like from a leadership perspective, they're in the right direction with Bickerstaff. I do feel a lot better about that with them. But, I mean, the roster is still not very good, guys. I mean, they added Tobias Harris, and we all know Tobias Harris is, like, a non-factor. So, like, what was the point of even adding him? They added Malik Beasley, Tim Hardaway Jr. I think they had Tim Hardaway Jr. in the trade from – no, they didn't. They added him in the offseason. So, I mean, they added some shooting. I mean, Malik Beasley and Tim Hardaway Jr., that's good. Fontecchio, I think, man, I can't remember these rosters from last year. Sorry, I haven't looked at the Detroit roster. I mean, I looked at it over the summer to study them, but like really in-depth look at it probably since like last April, like what Detroit's old roster looked like. So, okay, they added some scoring, a little bit of scoring there. But the thing with Bickerstaff, he's a defensive-minded coach, so he's going to preach defense. And Asar Thompson's out for tomorrow, and he's like their best defender. And so, I mean, I would lean under here. I think the under is like, what, 234? I don't know. I still might get there because Indiana actually plays good defense. Like the back half of last season, Rick Carlisle got them playing better defense. And then, I don't know, Tyrese Halliburton posting that video on social media, like the 50 Cent, like at 4 o'clock in the morning. Like, I don't know where his head's at right now. Like, I don't know if he's going to be like that focused to play the Detroit Pistons on opening night. You know, like Halliburton. I mean, maybe that's just what he does. He parties all the time and he's able to hoop and perform well. Who knows? But I do lean -4.5. I do. I really do. I think that's short because the Pacers lineup is really good. I mean, the bench is really good. I mean, they're just a far superior team, guys. Far superior. I mean, we know the starting five's really good, but just the backups, T.J. McConnell, Ben Shepherd, Benedict Mathurin, and Obi Toppin. I mean, those 4 can hang with the Pistons starting lineup. So, I mean, yeah, I'm going to get there, guys. I got to touch -4.5. That's too low. The Pacers could win by 10 plus, even with Bickerstaff, and he's gonna demand a lot from them tomorrow. But I mean, they're just gonna get outclassed, guys. They're gonna get outclassed. Let's go to the next game. All right, we got the Nets at the Hawks. And I like the Nets, guys. I like the Nets. Quinn Snyder, the head coach for the Hawks. I mean, what did they do, guys? They added Quinn Snyder like what, halfway through 2 seasons ago. I think last year was his first year's like. Man, these years are running together. I forget when Quinn Snyder joined. I think last year he was there for the entire season, and basically nothing changed. They were still the same Hawks. And then they trade DeJounte Murray, and now they think things are going to get better. I mean, we'll see. We will see, guys. I don't think so. I think, like, I mean, if you look at the starting five, Jalen Johnson, Clint Capella, DeAndre Hunter, Dyson Daniels, and Trey Young, I mean, that group should be, in my opinion, they should be an above 500 team, like, without a doubt. In my opinion, like, talent wise, like, I don't know. Like, in my opinion, I think the problem's Quinn Snyder. I mean, we're going to find out. We're going to find out if DeJounte Murray was really the problem. I don't think he was. So, as long as Quinn Snyder's the head coach, I don't trust this team winning by margin. And that's what we have. The line is +7.5. I think it's +8 some places. Yeah, it's +8 some places. I'm going to be patient with this line. I'm going to let this line jump up a little bit because the Brooklyn Nets starting five is actually pretty damn good. Well, not pretty damn good, but it's like they're thinking like the starting five is a bottom feeder starting five. Like Dennis Schrader, Cam Thomas, that's a good backcourt. That's not just a good. That's a really good backcourt in my opinion. Like Schrader knows how to play good ball. Cam Thomas can score with the best of them. That's solid. That's really solid. And then you got Cam Johnson. He's kind of iffy. He's sound. He's in the right place. He can shoot the ball well at times. He's not awful. Dorian Finney-Smith and Nick Claxton, the front court, like that's not like trash. That's not a trash lineup, guys. That's a very respectable NBA lineup, a talented NBA lineup. Now the bench is, man, the bench just doesn't look good. I mean, Ben Simmons, we'll see what the heck happens with that guy, man. Uh, then they got Noah Clowney, Jalen Wilson, Bogdanovich looks like he's not going to play tomorrow. Same with Day'Ron Sharpe, so they're already kind of short on the bench, but I still think there's enough there. I think there's enough there for them not to get blown out. I mean, and just to let you guys know, key numbers in the NBA around that 7 is a key number because say the game's close at the end, like 2 minutes left, and or like a minute left, and the team is up by 3. Say the Hawks are up by 3. Say the Nets miss a shot, and then the Hawks get the ball with like 40 seconds left, and then they make a shot. They're up 5. So then the Nets get the ball with like 30 seconds left, which is like, shot clock's only 24 seconds. They're going to go down. They're going to miss probably, or just say they miss, right? So now they're down 5. They get the ball with like 30 seconds left. They go down and they miss. Then they have to foul. Then the Hawks go to the line. They make 2. Then they're at 7 points. That's a 7-point lead. So see how it goes from like 3 to 7 so quickly. They're up 3 with a minute left, and you're like, oh, this is a very close back and forth game. And then it can balloon to 7 and 8 points very quickly. Okay, so that's how that happens. That's why the key number of 7 is a key number in the NBA because the games finish around that number because of the free throw game at the end of games. So if a team's down, they're gonna foul, right? So yeah, if they're up 3, say the Hawks are up 3 with a minute left, the Nets get the ball, they miss, then the Hawks get the ball, say they hit like an easy Clint Capella alley-oop, now they're up 5 with 30 seconds left, the Nets get the ball again, say they heave up a 3, they miss it, Hawks get it, they foul them, because they can't let them run the clock out. So now they hit both free throws, then they're up 7, Nets get one more shot, say they miss it again, then they won't foul. There'll be like 5 seconds left, and very rarely when like a team gets the ball up 7, it like gets the rebound. Like the opposing team's not going to foul 5 seconds left. They'll just let the clock run out. Hopefully, for the dog betters. My goodness, it doesn't always happen. Sometimes there's some dumbasses that like foul with like 3 seconds left and the team's up 7 or 8 points. It makes no freaking sense, and then you lose your bet. It's maddening. The NBA is maddening, guys. It's maddening. You got to stay with the level head with this stuff, man. This stuff will get to you. But yeah, that's why that key number +7. So I like the Nets. I'm gonna get there with them tomorrow. I'm gonna see if we can 8.5, 9. It might go up even more. But I don't trust Quinn Snyder led teams to win by margin. especially with the Hawks that have been like underachieving for a very long time. All right, next game, Orlando Magic at the Miami Heat. This is a really good game, guys. The line is, just the over under. And sorry, I'm going to go over the totals too of every game. So the over under for the Nets Hawks was 221. I lean under. Nets like to play some defense, and they don't have great bench scoring, so I lean under there. All right, now to the Heat and the Magic. We have minus 2.5 for the Heat. Total of 208. Just quickly touching on the total. When you have these two teams, very defensive teams, slow-paced teams, I can only look at the under. I can't bet these two teams over the total when they play each other. I just can't. We'll not touch too much on that. All right, but sidewise, the Heat minus 2. That's the way I'm looking, and this is a close game, but I mean, let's look at Terry Rozier, Tyler Hero, Jimmy Butler, Nikola Jovic, Bam Adebayo, and then Khalil Ware, the rookie, is on the bench with Jaime Jaquez Jr. and Alec Burks and Duncan Robinson. Like, I mean, the Heat, it's a good group, and they know how to play together. There's no new faces really, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for continuity. That's what I said tonight with the Celtics and the Lakers. Continuity. Okay, these guys have played together. They know where they're going to be at. They know passing's in sync. There's no silly turnovers. Like, I'm sorry, guys. If you bet the Knicks tonight, and I don't know what's going on with the Lakers game right now because I'm doing this podcast. I think the Lakers are going to pull this out. But if you bet the Timberwolves and the Knicks, like, guys, basketball is a very harmonious team sport. It's a very in sync. It's a very momentum-driven league. I mean, momentum in sports is key in anything, but like in basketball, in particular basketball, in my opinion, like it's all rhythm. It's rhythm shooting, rhythm passing, rhythm screens. It's pace. It's tempo. It's all this stuff. So like you're putting in new players together that have only been together for like 3 weeks, and now you expect them to just all of a sudden gel against the best team in the NBA and the Celtics, like with the Knicks. I'm sorry. If you bet the Knicks, okay, I'm sorry. You know, like maybe you know something I don't, but can't do that. I can't do that stuff, guys. And same with the Timberwolves. I mean, Randall and DiVincenzo coming in. I mean, it's just too much new faces. But anyways, the Heat. There's no new faces. They just got a rookie coming off the bench that'll give them like 20 minutes tomorrow. Okay, so like the Heat have all their players back from last year. Now the Magic, they added KCP, Kentavious Caldwell Pope. I love KCP. Love him so much, man. That guy's a heck of a basketball player. I don't think he really changes the rhythm and the flow. I don't think he's that big of a piece where he's going to like mess the rhythm up. I think the Magic will be in good sync tomorrow. So for this situation, I don't think the new addition of KCP really alters the Magic's flow. And the Magic are a damn good team, guys. I mean, let's just be straight up. They're a good team. They're young, and they're just really improving, like literally by the month. Like they lost like 17 of their first 20 games 2 seasons ago, and ever since that mark, they've just improved every single week and month. Like this is a very talented, good young team. It's a tough game, guys. I think it could go either way. Initially, I thought I was going to bet the Heat, and I still might bet the Heat, but you have to respect the Magic. But just the line value of -2, like you're just asking the Heat at home to basically win. I like the Heat. I think the Heat win. Um, it's a close game, but in my opinion, that line should be more like -3. So in my opinion, I think the value is on the Heat at -1.5, -2. It's a very short price for a home team. That's pretty much. I mean, they are. In my opinion, these two rosters are very equal. Uh, you know, competitively. So, in my opinion, I would lean home team 3 points at least. So I think there is value on the Heat -2. And just like insight, like I've been saying with like my NFL podcast, same thing applies for the NBA. Is that these home teams win above 500 of their home games more times than not. Like even the bottom, even like the lesser, like below average teams, not the bottom feeders. The bottom feeders lose all the time, even at home, guys. But like say like the teams that are, I mean, let's get a good example out here. Hold on, let me get a good example of a team. Um, so like in the West, so the Spurs. I'm telling you, the Spurs will be very close to 500 at home this year. I'm telling you guys, that will happen. Okay, the teams like the Spurs, the teams like the Nets, they're gonna go close to 500 at home. I'm telling you guys, they are. So the teams that are better than them, they win above average. They win like 50, 57, 60 or percent or higher games of home. So in my opinion, like you're getting the Heat basically at like close to a pick'em price at home. That's a small advantage, small edge to the Heat. I think if you play the Heat over 100 times, they win this game at least 55% of the time. So I do think Heat -2 is the play there. All right, next game, Bucks at 76ers. Man, the season hasn't even started, and Joel Embiid's out for a week. Can you believe that stuff, guys? Can you believe that stuff? He played in the Olympics, was good enough to play in the Olympics, and my guy's missing the first week already. Paul George is also out too. He hyperextended his knee. That did not look pretty. So I don't know how soon Paul George is going to get back into playing for the Milwaukee Bucks. Chris Middleton's not going to play. It looks like Giannis is going to play tomorrow, but you might want to wait on that. He's not officially ruled in. But and this is the thing too. So Damian Lillard came out this summer and basically said like, "You didn't get the real me. I was going through a lot," and he was. He was. He moved to Milwaukee. He said he was bored in Milwaukee. He was also going through a divorce. I believe he has kids with that woman too. So like, yeah, he had a lot of shit going on. All right, he did. Now he's saying you're gonna get the best version of him. He's gonna be amazing. He's gonna be locked in, ready to go. All right. I'm excited. As a sports bettor, I want to hear that. I love that. That's a bet on quote for me. I got to see it first, though. I need to see that. I need to see it. I need to see Dame time. I need to see him and the Bucks get it going. But I mean, just for this game in general, Bobby Portis, he'll hop in. He'll play small forward for Chris Middleton probably, or they'll put Torian Prince in, whatever. The bench doesn't look that good, guys. The bench does not look that good. It's AJ Green, Pat Connaughton, DeLon Wright. I mean, they're NBA guys. They've played in the NBA, but I mean, I don't know those bench guys for the Bucks. That doesn't look pretty. For the Sixers, like I said, they'll be out without Embiid and Paul George. They added Caleb Martin from the Heat in the offseason. I like that addition. I know there's some like contract situation stuff going with Caleb Martin, and like I don't know. I think he got a bad deal from what I saw. He got a bad deal, but anyways, I like the Sixers. I like these. I like the Sixers to compete in this game. I think the line moved to like -3.5, -4. Let's see what it is. It's -3.5 Milwaukee right now. Over under is 224, and I guess just over under wise. The Sixers play slow. They played slow last year, and they really didn't get up and over 224 a ton. And with the Bucks, Doc Rivers, and so Doc Rivers already went back to Philly last year, guys. So like it's not like some like, oh, this is Doc Rivers' first game back. Like, you know, he's already been back. So I don't. I mean, I still think it's going to be some motivation for Doc Rivers in Philly for sure. I still think there's somewhat of an angle there. If you do like the Bucks and you want to bet the Bucks, but just back to the total, that 224, that seems a little high. That seems a little high for this game. The Sixers, they don't go over totals like that. And the mid 220s that often. Their games are 110 points and below most nights. Now the Bucks, on the other hand, they like to score. They like to push the pace. They like to go. But then Doc Rivers kind of slowed them down a little bit too at the end. that total's kind of weird. I'm probably going to stay off a lot of totals at the beginning of the season just to see like where these teams' defenses are at and all that stuff. But back to the sides, it's tough, guys. It's tough. I do lean the Bucks. If Dame Lillard is really going to come out and like be his old self again, and I do like the bench for the Sixers more than the Bucks. So the Sixers bench, um, they have Kyle Lowry, they have Eric Gordon, they have Andre Drummond, but Drummond will start tomorrow. So I mean that takes away from that. They have Jared McCain, the rookie out of Duke, KJ Martin, and Reggie Jackson. Like they have a ton of guards. They have a ton of wings to come in and play. So and that's scoring. That's good scoring, and it's Andre Drummond can definitely protect the rim against Giannis and then rebound really well. So I don't know. The Sixers might be a sneaky play there, guys. I was leaning Bucks, but I might have to stay off that game. All right. Cavaliers at Raptors is the next game. Let's see what we got here. All right. All right. Yeah, the Cavaliers are healthy and the Raptors are not healthy. Their bench is really banged up. So they have Emmanuel Quickly and they have Grady Dick, Scotty Barnes, and Jakob Pertl. But man, like guys, and so I don't know who's gonna start for RJ Barrett. Maybe they'll start Ochai Agbaji. But dude, I mean they got Bruce Brown out, they got Kelly Olynyk out, Jacoby Walters out. So I mean Davion Mitchell is I don't know, guys. I mean the bench doesn't look pretty tomorrow. And I mean the Cavs, I mean they lost Max Strus, and I mean their bench isn't like amazing either. But these again a continuity. This is like a big thing for me at the beginning of the season. These players all know each other. Okay, Dean Wade, Gorgis Niang, Karis LeVert. Okay, those three guys have been with the Cavs for a while. They know what the system looks like. Okay, they got Sam Merrill. All right. Tristan Thompson's still around. Like, guys, these are all players that have been with the Cavaliers for a long time. They know this system. Okay. Well, sorry, it's a new guy. It's the head coach is Atkinson, the Golden State Warriors assistant coach is now their head coach, Kenny Atkinson, University of Richmond alum. Shout out. So this is the thing. That is a little new wrinkle, but still, like as far as like these guys passing to each other, knowing where how they shoot, how they play, there's that. So there's a lot more chemistry, there. So I can only look the Cavaliers here, guys. I can only look the Cavaliers. It's -6, -6.5. On the road, that is a lot, but I mean that's kind of tough, guys. That's kind of a tough line now that I think about it. I mean, say the Raptors starters play a lot of minutes. Well, I don't know. I mean, Grady Dick's not that good, guys. I mean, Quickly, Barnes, and Pirtle, like, yeah, those three guys are very good NBA players. Davion Mitchell, I mean, he's not awful. But gosh, that bench, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I do lean the Cavs. I think I'll play the Cavs full game or in the first half. Or in the first half. We'll see. But that I'm definitely leaning Cavaliers there. The Raptors bench is just really, really beat up. And then the over unders at 224.5. I think I'm gonna get there with the under on that, guys. I like the under there. Because of the Raptors inability to score and the Cavaliers. Yeah, that's going to be a play for me, guys, for sure. That under 224. Let me see what it's at. Yeah, 224.5. Yeah, that's going to be a play for me for sure. The Raptors don't have the scoring, the bench scoring, and the Cavaliers. Like, yeah, Atkinson's probably going to have a good offensive game plan, but I mean the Cavaliers still like playing defense. So I like that under a lot. I think that's good money. All right, let's go to the next game. We got the Hornets at Houston at the Rockets. And Whoops, I messed up. Hold on, guys. Sorry, I'm pulling up the depth charts of each team. Um, I like Houston in this one, and I'm probably gonna do them on the try. The try means the trifecta. I'm gonna bet the first quarter, first half, full game, and I like them because the Hornets, even though LaMelo's healthy and I mean a lot of their players are healthy, I still think that just that whole team is a mess. Like the new head coach is what, from Boston. He's a Boston Celtics assistant coach. So we'll see what he does. And I mean, there's talent there, but I don't think I know Houston's on a mission. I know Houston's on a mission. This is the year where they need to push and make the playoffs. Last year they had some good success off of the year before that, which was like, hey, they were one of the worst teams in the NBA, and then they stepped up and they fought to make the play-in tournament. So I think that Houston is like all systems go this year. They know they need to make the playoffs. They have the talent to do it. See what happens. So the Hornets, they're still trying to find themselves, and that just the last like 2 seasons, the Hornets have been one of the worst first quarter, first half teams. So I'm definitely going to be betting the Rockets first quarter, first half tomorrow, just off of that principle alone. Now the full game spread is -7, and that, I mean, I got to respect the Hornets enough that I think they can stay within that number if they give a really good effort tomorrow, because like their bench, like they have Seth Curry, they have Trey Mann, Cody Martin plays hard, Grant Williams. I mean, say what you want about Grant Williams, he still can knock down some threes and play good ball. So, and then Mitchich, I mean, that bench right there can keep this game close. And then LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, the starters, Miles Bridges, like those three guys are really, really good NBA players. So, I mean, I think the Hornets have enough there to keep this close at the end. But again, I'm not into guessing. Just like I said on my NFL podcast, like I'm not into guessing, guys. I'm not into that. So this first week, we'll pick and choose our spots. I do like the Hornets potentially in the future. Hopefully, this new head coach, gets them playing with discipline, and they have an identity, and so forth. But as far as tomorrow, I do lean the Rockets full game -7. I will be betting them first quarter, first half. Houston was a really good first quarter, first half team at home last year, so they're at home tomorrow. Season opener. I like the Houston Rockets, guys. I do. Total is 229. Um, I lean under. I lean under. It's. I mean, the Hornets. I mean, it's not like amazing scoring on the bench, but I know that the Rockets, they're gonna play really, really good defense. I just and I think the Hornets give a good effort for their new head coach in the first game. So yeah, I do like the under there. I'm probably gonna bet that, guys, under 229.5. It opened 235, so like all the money's been on the under, and I do like that under. I think the Hornets don't have great bench scoring. They don't have really good 3-point shooting in general. I mean, LaMelo struggled from three last year. Brandon Miller was up and down. Miles Bridges doesn't like shoot a ton of threes. I don't remember him shooting a ton of threes, guys. And then like on the bench, like I mean, yeah, you have Curry, but Curry doesn't play a lot. Um, and then on the Houston side, yeah, this is definitely gonna be a play, guys. I mean, Van Fleet and Green can shoot the three, but I mean, Dylan Brooks can't shoot worth a shit, and Jabari Smith can shoot though. Um, yeah, this 229.5. That's pretty high. That's pretty high for this game. That will be a play for me. That will definitely be a play for me. All right, let's go to the next game. Bulls and Pelicans. All right, let's see. Let's look at the depth charts. Just pull it up just to double check, make sure I'm giving accurate information. I already looked at it, guys. I just want to make sure I'm giving accurate information to everyone listening, just in case I forget something. Okay, yeah. So DeJounte Murray and Zion Williamson, both questionable. Okay, I think one of them got an illness. Maybe both of them have an illness. I forget the reasons, but this is the thing with the NBA guys. Sometimes you just have to wait until an hour before tip off to see who's going to play and who's not. Like, sometimes it matters, sometimes it doesn't matter. Sometimes the star players go out and the backup players rise to the occasion and play really well for that one game. That's one theory. The other theory is that it just messes up the total sync of the team, and you bet the opposing team, and you make a lot of money doing it that way. Bottom line is, I'm probably going to be on the Bulls. Even if Williamson and Murray play, if Williamson and Murray, if they don't play, I'm still going to be on the Bulls, obviously. But if they do play, I will be on the Bulls still, because that line's going to jump up to like probably +8, +9. I mean, -8, -9 for the Pelicans. And the reason is this, guys. I like the Pelicans team. Don't get me wrong. I really like it. I mean, DeJounte Murray, C.J. McCollum, Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson, Herb Jones. But the bench isn't. I mean, Trey Murphy's out. So, like, he's their best shooter. So, he's out. And then after that, I mean, you got Daniel Tice or Tees, whatever his name is, Jordan Hawkins. I like Jordan Hawkins. Jose Alvarado, like, I mean, he's an effort guy. But like, out of that, I don't feel good about that bench for the Pelicans. And for the Bulls, I actually like their team. I do. I think it's composed of a lot of guys that know how to play NBA ball the right way. So Josh Giddey, Kobe White, Zach LaVine, Patrick Williams, Nikola Vucevic. Like, that starting five, that there's not a bad player in that starting five, in my opinion. Like, those five guys know how to play NBA ball. They're going to be disciplined. They're going to be in the right spot. They're not going to make turnovers. They're not going to do dumb shit. They're going to give the Bulls a chance to win a lot of games. Now, the bench, you got Ayo Dosunmu. He improved as the season went on last year. You got Torrey Craig, NBA guy. He knows how to play the game the right way. Lonzo Ball is healthy, and he'll play a little bit for sure. So, like, again, these are all guys that know how to play the game the right way. So, and that's what you want. You want guys like that, because that's going to cover these large numbers, guys. So this point spread is at +6.5 right now after the Zion and DeJounte Murray news. We'll see what happens with that, but I do lean the Bulls. Not lean. I'm going to be on the Bulls regardless of if they play or not. I kind of hope they do play, because then we'll get more points with the Bulls. But either way, I'll be on the Bulls. Now, the over-under's at 225.5. I like the under there, because just like I was saying, guys, like, both of these benches don't have amazing shooting. And I don't see how they get over that. I mean, I know the Bulls don't play the best defense, but and the Pelicans do like to push the pace, but I don't think there's enough bench scoring for either team for this to get up and over 225.5. That's just my opinion. I think I'm going to be on there on that play. And then just in general, like this first week, guys, I'm looking for unders, because it's the first week. Like, there's a lot of jitters. There's a lot of getting to know new faces that have been added to the team. Like, there's a lot of feeling out. Like, to hit overs, everyone needs to be in rhythm, on the same page, knocking down shots left and right. Like, I mean, that, in my opinion, that's how I'm viewing it. So, let's wait for this first week and a half. They play 4 games with each other. They get to feel each other out, like all the new players playing with each other, and then let's look for overs. This first week, I'm looking for unders. So yeah, I'm probably going to bet that under 225.5 for the Bulls and Pelicans as well. All right, next game. We got 3 games left, guys. I appreciate y'all listening. Like, comment, subscribe. All my official plays are released at Twitter at Easy Money Wins. Just like it sounds, Easy Money Wins. So follow me on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. That's where I release all my official plays. Track all my bets on a Google Excel sheet. It's in my bio, the link. So I'm transparent, guys. I've had a lot of success betting the NBA the last 3 seasons. I've been profitable the last 3 seasons. Last year, I was 54% across 1,900 bets. Like, I'm a high volume bettor, guys. Like, I'm proven. I'm proven. I do this shit. I win money betting the NBA. So, um, yeah, follow me there at Twitter at Easy Money Wins. All right, next game, Memphis and Utah. And I'm probably going to be betting the Utah Jazz. I'm probably going to be on the Jazz tomorrow, guys. I know that sounds a little bit crazy, but I will probably be betting the Utah Jazz tomorrow. And I'm looking at under 227.5 as well. And the biggest reason for that, I don't know. I got to think about that total. That total, I am thinking under 227.5 just because I don't love the shooting for Memphis. Their 3-point shooting, and Jaren Jackson Jr. He's out. He's not going to play. So you got Ja Morant. He's not a great 3-point shooter. You got Marcus Smart. He's not a good 3-point shooter. Desmond Bane obviously is a good 3-point shooter. And then they got the rookie Zach Edey, who is like slow as molasses. I mean, he's just a big 7'6" guy out there, just like doesn't move fast. Like I feel like he slows down the pace. Now, obviously, they got Brandon Clark, Santi Aldama. He can shoot the three. And they got Scottie Pippen Jr. I mean, Luke Kennard's out. Vince Williams Jr.'s out. They got Conchar still on the team. So I don't know. I don't see enough shooting there, and that's why I'm looking for the under, and I'm looking to bet the Jazz because the Jazz have plenty of shooting. They have plenty of shooting. Now, do they have the defense? No, they don't have the defense. But I don't. I mean, you're not going to get over 227.5 points with Ja Morant just playing pick and roll with Zach Edey and hitting a lot of points in the paint. You're not gonna get over the total like that. So they're gonna need to hit the three. I don't think they have enough 3-point shooters. Not without Kennard, not without Jaren Jackson Jr. Triple J, he shoots the three too. Like I don't see it. I don't see them being able to keep up with the Jazz scoring. And the Jazz play well at home. Again, like I said, guys, the Jazz is a perfect example of that. The Jazz will go right around 500, if not better, at home this season. They got Keontae George, Colin Sexton, Patty Mills, and Jordan Clarkson. Like, those are all 4 solid guards. Like, they're going to give you quality NBA minutes. And then they still have Lauri Markkanen, Taylor Hendricks. He improved as the year went on last year. John Collins is, I don't like him. But Walker Kessler, he's a good guy. They got Drew Eubanks, Bryce Sensabaugh. Like they got guys there, like just full on the roundness of their team, the bench starters and everything, and the 3-point shooting. Add Jazzer at home, and I know a lot of people are gonna look at like Memphis, like Ja Morant's playing, like, hey, this is it, too easy, this is too good to be true. I'm telling you, in sports betting, that's when you need to look the other way. Okay, I'm gonna be on the Jazz tomorrow. I'm telling you guys, I feel pretty good about this shit. I think the Jazz are gonna win this game tomorrow. I'll gladly take the +3. All right, next game, Suns and the Clippers. All right, Suns and Clippers. Suns, man, this lineup is so damn good, guys. And then the Clippers are going to be without Kawhi Leonard. Man, on a side note, I can't stand the Kawhi Leonard like hate talk. Like, I mean, the guy's like legitimately hurt. Like, his body's just, breaking down and spots. Like, he wants to play. He's not like sitting out on purpose. Like, I mean, you see him in the Dallas series, like he's hanging onto the rim for like 7 seconds before he like falls to the ground just to make sure he doesn't like hurt his knee anymore. Like, I mean, the guy's hurt. When he's healthy, though, even at his age right now, when Kawhi is healthy, he's literally one of the best players in the NBA, like hands down. And you don't even have to think about that. Like, defensively, offensively, like, he's one of the best players in the NBA when he's healthy. He's incredible. So, I mean, I don't want him to retire. I want him to get his body right, whatever he needs to do. Because when Kawhi Leonard's healthy playing basketball, that's better for the NBA, guys. That's really good stuff. But just in terms of this game tomorrow, James Harden, Norman Powell, Terrence Mann, Zubac, and Amir Coffey are probably going to start. I like Norman Powell a lot, and he kind of spoke about Paul George leaving and how that opens up the door for him and other guys to, cement their abilities and in a more prominent role, like getting more minutes And Norman Powell can shoot the shit out the ball. Terrence Mann, he can shoot well and he plays good defense. They got Chris Dunn, they got Amir Coffey, Derek Jones Jr. They added in the offseason, Kevin Porter Jr. They still got Bones Highland. Like they got NBA guys over there. They got NBA guys over there. They got Mo Bamba. He looking like he's not going to play tomorrow. Excuse me. And they got Kai Jones. So, I mean, for tomorrow's game against the Suns, I don't like it. I don't like it. But like going forward, if you're catching points with the Clippers in good situations, like that's I think they're gonna make you good money. I mean, this is the thing with Ty Lue, the head coach. He's really good, guys. Like he's really good. He gets the most out of his guys. He's a very good motivator. So the Clippers aren't going to be quitting. I'm going to tell you that right now, guys. They're not going to be quitting. They're going to play hard for Ty Lue. Ty Lue teams, those players always play hard for him. So that's just something to keep an eye out in the future. Now, against the Suns, I mean, guys, like Tyus Jones, I don't know how the NBA let the Suns get Tyus Jones. Tyus Jones has like one of the best assist to turnover ratios in the NBA. He can shoot, he can create for himself too, but he doesn't even need to. He just needs to pass the ball and facilitate. That's all he needs to do. And like that's perfect because they didn't have that last year. They're having Devin Booker do that. Devin Booker can do that, but it's like you want Devin Booker shooting the ball. You don't want him having to like facilitate the rock nonstop. Like no, you don't want that. So they added Tyus Jones. It's a perfect match. I mean, in my opinion, it's like a match made in heaven. I mean, this team is like the first four guys are just like unbelievable. So Tyus Jones, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant, like those four guys. I mean, I don't think there's a better 1 through 4 like offensively in the NBA like those four. Now they still got Nurkic. He's Nurkic. They got Plumlee. He's Plumlee. But the bench, you got Royce O'Neal, got Grayson Allen, you got Monte Morris. I mean, it's more offense, guys. And they still got Bobo. I like Bobo. So yeah, I mean, yeah, Suns should win this game tomorrow. I like them at the -4.5. I think I'm gonna get there. I'm just like I said, I'm just nervous against Ty Lue teams because I know they're gonna play hard. I know the Clippers are gonna play hard, but I do lean the Suns. I lean the Suns to win by a good margin, at least 7 to 10 points, somewhere in there. Over unders 224. Man, I'm telling you, I don't want to bet overs, but if there's an over, I want to bet. That's a little short because the Clippers can score, and we know the Suns are going to score. So I lean over. I'm not going to get there with it. Not in the first week. All right, guys. Last game is the Golden State Warriors at the Portland Trailblazers. I can only look towards the Golden State Warriors. They were undefeated in the preseason. They looked really well with all the new faces. And I know I said continuity is a big thing, but maybe I'm like going against my own theory this week because I really do want to bet the Warriors tomorrow. And the Trailblazers kind of have like the same guys all back from last year, which is kind of crazy to even think about because like they were so bad last year, like they're gonna be bad again this year. But yeah, Scoot Henderson, Anthony Simons, they got Denny Avdija from the Wizards, I believe. They got Jeremy Grant still. They still got DeAndre Ayton. Oh yeah, they got Donovan Clingan from UConn in the lottery. So I mean, I like Clingan a lot. I do. I like him. Shadon Sharp, he's still he's out. He's not healthy yet. They got Delano Blanton, Chris Murray, Keegan Murray's brother, Tumani Kamara, Jabari Walker. Like I mean, they guys, Trailblazers are a freaking mess. But so like the Warriors, like I was saying, like continuity. Their starting five is back. It's just the bench is all new. But so I mean that's something to monitor, right? But I mean the bench is full of like unselfish players. I mean Kyle Anderson, he's a team player. Trace Jackson Davis, he's a team player. Buddy Hield likes to shoot. D'Anthony Melton, he's a savvy NBA veteran as well. Gary Payton II, like I mean, I think the Warriors roll tomorrow. I think they do. I like the Warriors. I'm probably going to get there with the -6. -6. And then the over-under is 222. Over-under. Man, the Blazers are just so freaking bad, guys. Like, I lean under. I lean under. First game of the year. Maybe a little bit of defensive intensity. I don't know. I don't know, guys. That over-under, I'm not going to touch that. But yeah, Warriors. I'm probably going to be Warriors first quarter, first half, full game. But yeah, that's it, guys. I'm going to be doing a daily podcast, so I'll catch y'all tomorrow. But again, follow my plays at Easy Money Wins. And I mean, all I ask is, hey, like, hit the like button, subscribe, comment on Twitter. Like, just show some engagement, guys. I'm doing this for free, so I appreciate y'all listening, and I will see y'all tomorrow.